What's up, everybody? Arrg the Pirate here, and today we're going to talk about the jungle role. As a new player to Paragon, there are a few heroes I would recommend to start out with in the jungle role. Chimera is a great jungle hero, but he really only strives in the jungle role. His kit does not really allow for easy laning abilities. If you are new to jungling, Chimera can be the easiest hero to play. Let's talk about his kit. Chimera's R2 ability is called Hack. This is just a basic attack that deals basic attack damage. Chimera's R1 ability is Ambush. Ambush is a lock-on ability that causes Chimera to jump to an enemy, dealing ability damage as well as applying a slow for a short amount of time. Chimera's Square is Unleash. It allows you to attack at max speed for the next 5 hits, within 5 seconds. Spirit Regeneration is a passive. Every time Chimera gets a hit on an enemy, he gets 1 stack, stacking up to 25 times. For every stack, he gets a little bit extra health regen, and this is great for sustain. Cull is Chimera's ultimate ability. Cull is a lock-on ability that stuns your target and knocks all other enemies away in a small radius. Cull also applies a slow to the target. Pairing Ambush, Cull, and Unleash together give Chimera a very strong burst damage. One of Chimera's major disadvantages is he does not have a solid escape, so be aware when you're playing him. Another good jungle hero to start out with is Grux. Let's take a look at him. Grux does not have any lock-on abilities. He does have a means of escape through one of his abilities, and he offers better crowd control abilities than Chimera. Crowd control is when you take an enemy and either stun them or keep them from being able to engage in a fight. Grux does have a shorter range for his crowd control than the last hero we will look at in our jungler heroes, but he does have a grouping mechanic, which is very helpful in a team fight. Let's take a look at Grux's kit. Grux's R2 ability is Chomp, which is his basic attack. Grux's R1 ability is Double Pain. Double Pain has a very short cooldown and applies a bleed to all targets hit. Smash and Grab is Grux's first CC ability. In a cone shape in front of the hero, he pulls all enemies towards him. Charge is an ability that can be used to close the distance on heroes. Lastly, Warlord's Challenge is Grux's ult. It stuns nearby enemies for 0.5 seconds and applies a bleed to all enemies, while also increasing his basic attack damage. Grux can use both Warlord's Challenge and Smash and Grab to keep enemies from performing certain actions, such as stunning them out of their ults or just stunning them out of other attacks. Our last hero we're going to look at is Rampage. As a beginner, Rampage offers the tankiest kit. He's capable of staying alive and really being threatening to the other team while absorbing a lot of damage. Rampage also has a sustain mechanic that is directly related to the jungle. He also has the longest range crowd control of all of the 3 heroes. Let's take a look at his kit. His R2 ability is Swipe, or his basic attack. R1 is Pounce. Pounce is a leap that does ability damage to all nearby enemies where he lands. Square is Boulder Throw. Boulder Throw does a large amount of ability damage as well as stuns the target for up to 2 seconds at max level. His Circle, King of the Jungle, is a passive that grants health regen and bonus regen while he's in the jungle. Last, Rampage's ultimate, or Enrage, is what really gives him the ability to be super tanky. It gives a substantial amount of health regen and lasts for 12 seconds. It makes him triple in size, and he can throw his boulder almost instantly. This really makes him a hard target to shoot around, so he can use his size to protect teammates while diving a tower or going in for a kill. Chimera, Grux, and Rampage are not the only 3 jungle heroes, but as this is a beginner guide, these are the 3 heroes that are very easy to pick up. Chimera is more of a damaging jungler. Grux is more of a bruiser build, so good at damage and good at taking damage. And Rampage is very good at taking damage, not so much output of damage. With Grux and Rampage both having very good CC, that makes up for them not having near as much damage as Chimera. For the new players out there, I would recommend picking Chimera to learn the jungle role. Now, starting with the beginner's deck, I would recommend going to manual mode and picking a Sage's Siphon. The Sage's Siphon gives you 8 health back every time you hit a jungle minion. This will really allow you to stay in the jungle and stay at helping lanes as long as you can. This is the green buff location. It spawns at 1.5 minutes. On the safe lane side of the jungle, there are 3 jungle camps. At 1 minute and 20 seconds, 2 minions will spawn. After the 1 minute and 20 second spawn timer, every minute after that, 1 more minion will spawn. Right now, I'm running down to the river buff. This river buff is easier for me to get than our mid laner to get. The mid laner, it's much easier for them to get the other one. So you can work that out as a team to say, hey, I'll get this one and you get that one. There can be a total of 5 minions at each jungle camp. But after 5 minions, if the timer rolls over for another minute, you will lose out on getting that extra minion. Chimera's best ability for early game is his circle, his passive regen. If you see every hit I get, I'm getting an additional 1 health regen. Currently I'm at 12, and if you see the minions are not able to hurt, you can kite them, which is involved hitting them and backing away, hitting them and backing away, and you see me doing that here. But with Chimera's health regen, if you miss a hit at this early stage, you will lose that health regen and it will have to start back over. Your Siphon paired with your passive ability for health regen is plenty to almost just stand there and let the minions hit you, just so you can get your hits fast enough. After I clear that second camp, I like to get the green buff. Now, I take out the minions before I take out the green giant, because the minions do a little bit of damage, but not so much that it's painful. But if I do have to back to the tower, I would rather have full health with a brand new green buff than lose out on 15-20 seconds of having to go back with a fresh green buff. As I explained in the first video, green buff does damage to enemies that hit you. The best way to use this tool is to hit heroes with it. I'm going for an early game gank right now. I got my ambush online, which is my jump to the enemy, and I have green buff, so I am not worried about dying here, even though I'm not at full health. And if you see here, I lock on and manage to start hitting her. I do have my passive regen that is healing me every time I hit her, and then she also has to deal with the green buff. The good thing about coming to the safe lane to gank after you get that green buff is you have a chance to steal their gold buff. That gives you, as the jungler, a little boost. Right there was a ward. You always want to make sure you get the wards. Now I'm heading over to the red buff, and I managed to take it. Now, the reason I dipped around that corner was to get a line of sight on the Iggy, so he was hitting that wall instead of hitting me. Now this is a bot game, so I'm not too worried about team rotations, or I would have left that engagement long ago. Right here's just a quick little tip. Gadget ended up hitting me with her bomb, so I'm going to stand close to the enemy minions so they get hit by them. It works the same if the enemy gadget hits you. If you get stuck with a bomb, get away from your minions so it doesn't do damage to them. Now that I've had a successful gank, I'm going to come back in. I'm low on health, but I'm healthy enough to stay and get a few more kills on these camps. So I'm going to clean them up before I go back. You have the option of spending less time in the jungle early game and more time ganking, which can be beneficial depending on your team's comp and your team's communication. This is more of an advanced tactic, and I would recommend learning how to jungle by getting a gank every once in a while and staying in the jungle getting these minion camps first. Every time you get a kill on a minion in the jungle, you get CXP and player level experience. Minion kills on your side of the jungle eventually give CXP to your entire team through the Amber Link, which I'll discuss the Amber Link further, but you'd want to mainly focus on your side of the jungle, not the enemy side. It is also very important as the jungler to get that green buff every time it spawns in. Right here, I've got 4 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and wait until this green buff shows up. Get this green buff, and then I can go ahead into a lane to take care of another gank, or just use it to farm and keep health. Once you secure the green buff, it's best to look at the minimap. Kind of look around and see, do you have any potential ganks? A gank is when you attack an enemy hero when they're unsuspecting it. It's best to do this while coordinating with your teammate. By pinging attack so-and-so lane, you can coordinate and make sure you get the kill. This Iggy was pushed up a little far, and I'm able to jump on him, and I know I have green buffs, so I'm not worried about going into his tower. Even though I took a couple hits from his tower, the green buff saved me, and I really only received 1 damage. Next, I want to talk about the Amber Link. Starting from the core, I'm going to run straight to our side's Amber Link. The Amber Link is a storage device for CXP gained through killing jungle minions. Every even minute, the Amber Link releases and gives a portion of CXP to every teammate. Part of the jungler's job is to maintain control of his Amber Link, make sure the enemies don't come and harass him. You can steal the Amber out of the Amber Link if there's any in it, so the jungler needs to keep his safe. This is the enemy's Amber Link, and if there's any Amber in it, you can steal it by hitting it. It will glow orange if there's Amber to steal. This is a small clip showing you how it looks when the Amber Link has Amber in it. I'm going to kill one of these little jungle minions right here and then go back to the Amber Link, and you can see that it is now glowing blue. And then at that 2-minute mark, so right now it would be at the 4 minutes, it will release this Amber and give a portion of CXP to everybody on the team. That's going to wrap it up for my Jungle Basics video. I hope this video helped teach you the basics of jungling, how to use the green buff properly, the Amber Link, and about cleaning up jungle camps, but especially how to gank. If there's anything I can do to improve or anything you're unclear about, please leave me a comment and I'll be sure to get back with you. If you would like a more advanced guide about jungling, also let me know about that so I can make one. As always, thanks for stopping by.